Welcome to Estrogen Epopee. This is Stabatha. And this is day 341. Sorry, I'm trying to make myself less autistic. I'm trying to be like more like forward with my words so that I'm not like just dilly-dallying around the point the whole time. So anyway, so like the big news though is that I got on estrogen Valerate, like the injectable estrogen, and that was last Wednesday. I did my first injection on Wednesday night in subcutaneous style, and like yeah, I noticed how like maybe it's because I did a couple things. So like I switched to Valerate, and then I started like because I have like a dose of 200 spiral a day, and I used to do it just once in the morning, once at night. Like yeah, and then now I've just been doing it all in the morning because I brought up in the telehealth call, I was like, yo, I've been pissing, like I've been like pissing a fuck ton, dude, and it always interferes with my sleep, and so like they were like, and so yeah, like so she's like, just move the dose to all at once and it won't be as bad, and then that worked. And then I think also like just having less shit in my digestive system or just a handle in my body, like daily, like with the estradiol sublingual system I was on before. So it's kind of a dumb angle, but like yeah, I'm on my bed and shit. I mean, my guest bed. It's always guest bed. It looks like so peaceful. I'm big into peaceful places. But like fucking dude, yeah, so I put my spiral on just all at once in the morning, and I kept the same prog dose for nighttime. It was 100 milligrams, and then like I really like with the injectable doses, like yeah, I only gotta do it once a week. I don't gotta like do it every day, and like it wasn't a huge deal to like have to like dose every day, and even around the right time, like it wasn't that hard. Like sometimes I'd fall asleep and miss it. I think I've missed like probably like 7 total doses so far, which I probably think is around average. And like but yeah, with the injectable shit, I don't know what it is, but I just been feeling like more girly, like in the eyes, bro, like in the eyes area, and probably like even a little bit in like my jaw right here, like I don't know, just a little bit. Shit has been shifting, and like because like trans women on HRT were like we're always changing, even if we don't really realize it, we can go back in pictures and shit, and like, but anyway, so like that was my new dose. And I also like, I mean, it kind of scared me at first because I'm squishing on myself and I'm feeling it. I'm like it kind of hurts, and it's died down now, and I feel like it's like my body's not handling it as any toxic foreign thing. Because at first I think I might have gotten alcohol in the needle a little bit, just because like I left some wetness on the top of the vial, and hopefully that didn't contaminate the vial itself. But yeah, like I just like how like I don't gotta deal with it, and it's it just feels like it's more elite. Like every trans woman who's really in the game, like eventually gets into like injectables, Like I think very few ever stay on pills, like stay. I've only seen that a couple times on Twitter. Like most, if they can get it, if they're not on like Turf Island or like some place like they can't get it, like they do patches or just the standard estradiol pills. But that's poverty. Like you don't have to live like that if you don't need to. Like every trans woman out there who's like watches me and shit, like, and who's not on injectables, try to get on injectable. Like that's really like kind of like pretty like privilege of me to say, because like I'm in Colorado, like I can get whatever I want, literally whatever I want. Like I just tell my doctor what I want, and then they prescribe it. Like, and it's because I'm through a telehealth company, and I'm like out of pocket, no insurance, so like yeah, it's probably more expensive than if I went through Planned Parenthood, but I'm also not getting the guppy dose. You know, I'm on like fucking something inventive. Come on, snap, dude. Like I'm on like a big body dose, dude. And so, yeah, I'm like 30, like big body. This sounds like a song that happened 12 years ago. Yo, I love reading y'all's comments. But yeah, like I don't want to drag it out too long because I know, you know, like there's only so much points you can do without dancing around the subject too many times, you know. So, but yeah, like, you know, I've been really like incredibly blessed because like I got like a shitty dose at first, like, and like and I don't even like deserve it. Like, fucking like my life was like it was so shit and shit. I mean, past like, you know, like when I was young and I was up into like teens, early 20s, it wasn't that bad yet. But then life just compounds where like you don't like how you're showing up, and then you're like also, you know, not making a ton of money, and then like I also never went to college and shit, and I live life as an autistic no matter what I'm doing. So like, you know, fucking, and so like that shit is you know, I spent 28 years just basically being miserable. I mean, I had good, like great times in my teen years and a bit into my 20s because I had like a condo and shit and like other things and shit. But like, you know, my life fell apart because I lost the condo in COVID. Yeah, in COVID I lost my fucking condo and I lost my job, and I moved back in with my parents and I lived with them, kicked back and forth for a couple years, like 3-4 years. Then I finally landed the place I live in now, and that was like 3-4 years ago. So like, yeah, I've just been incredibly blessed for having these like changes actually, like, you know, like it's like and plus I lost a ton of weight, you know, and I stopped smoking, I stopped combusting. Like I changed the fuck out of my life, and for really no reason, because I was never the type, I never was the type to be like a go-getter or competitor. I had not any of that bone or drive in my body really at all, because I was just so jaded. And also I'm like a perfectionist or whatever, I think, because like I won't even try if I don't think I do a good job. And like, and I just remember just never trying. Like I fucking failed out of school. Like my senior year, they're like, buddy, you got 1 credit. You want to just get your GED? And I was like, oh fuck, okay. And then and yeah, so I just got my GED and I just went straight into like, you know, jobs where they don't require you to talk or look at anyone. That's just been my thing. Like I've just, to this day, like every job I've had, kept, like I don't need to talk to anyone, and it's kind of sad because I'm looking at it. I mean, like I always wanted that, and I do like the jobs I have, but it's like I kind of want to be out there socializing, and that's just something I guess I was robbed of or just never experienced wide scale. Like, you know, I've always had friends, I've had relationships, but I was never broadly in the milieu like that. Like I had to really like find these gems in my life, dude. Like everyone in my life who I know, like especially still and on, I mean like everyone who I know in my life still, especially on my Instagram, like those are gem people. Like people that I had great times in my life in my teens, you know, early teens up to basically when it's just our lives moved apart, but not from any type of discontent on either side. But like, you know, I forgot what I was talking about. But I kind of want to say some other shit though. What do I want to say, dude? fuck, I'm turning to my mom grocery shopping. All right, I'm just gonna peace then if I don't have nothing to talk about. And like earlier on in my life, like my looks were like good enough to like have like a normal life and shit. And then like just somewhere around the line, I just got so depressed and I got pretty dumpy, and I just looked like a, you know, built like a missile. I was always scowling and, you know, like just had this like permanent like, whoa, were you just crying? Like that face, like all the time. And yeah, I was never one to compete or care about competition. And then one day it just snapped, and I was already doing femme stuff on the internet, you know, but I wasn't like making it my life, from my observable life from other people, you know, that weren't on the internet, like a real meat space, like. And so I snapped, came out, and then I didn't even feel good. I knew I didn't even look that good. Like I had faith in what I was going for and what I looked like under all this shit. And I knew I wasn't ugly, but I felt very ugly at the time. But I had a hope, and fucking like I had no reason to feel the impetus to change myself for the better, because I never felt good. That's what I always hated growing up about, like, people would just be like, oh, you just gotta put your shoulder to the wheel, you gotta, like, you know, step up, put off your boots and shit. And it's like, people who can do that, they did that because they had a bunch of patterns of successes that multiplied and snowballed, and then they got more comfortable, and then they were able to just hit the snowball with a little stick as it goes, and maybe they went downhill, and it was like basically like investing in, you know, like the snowball goes downhill, so it goes real fast without even their help. And like, I didn't have a ton, like, I was just so like shot in my self-esteem, and there's varying points of it. Like, I never had really good self-esteem. I had higher self-esteem at times, but it got way low, especially after COVID, and I got dumpy and more depressed and isolated and lost my shit. Like, my whole life fell apart now that I'm looking back. And yeah, and I have no idea where, like, I got this even energy to make a good change for myself. Like I was saying, like, you don't even, like, people blame the failures of people so much, but they never like freaking account for why people are successful. And it's always like some sort of form of privilege, whether it be some sort of big thing like a racial identity thing, or if it's like an interaction that's super minor, like, you know, these just stackable small wins that make it so that you feel motivated to even get better or compete in the first place. I was so low, I never even wanted to compete in anything. Like, I was always just a stoner, you know. Maybe I was chill to hang out with, maybe I was like you know, like maybe I looked cute at one point, you know, but like, I was never motivated, and I never had drive. And now I actually have drive because I have some stackable successes. And it's not like I want to compete against no one. I'm still not like that. I'm so communist to the core. I don't want to compete and shit, dude. You know, like, I don't want to, like, maybe that's not like a communist issue, but like, you know, I'm not like a right winger is what I'm saying. I'm not like a dickhead, like, oh, I'm just gonna do this because I like feeling better than people. Like, I do this because I hated feeling ugly, you know. And yeah, like, and plus, like, I was like femme for many years, like since I was like in my early 20s, posted on the internet, on Reddit and shit, as a femboy and shit. But like, I was never, man, I forgot what I was talking about. But like, fuck, man, fuck. But yeah, I didn't want to compete, and I still don't. But I want to actually get better at something now. Like, I like how My hair is like, I finally got like my characters. Like, I felt like the other day, I'm like, when I die, and like I think of myself as my soul template, you know, like my whole, like, what is my look? What is the Sid look that she lived her life like in the most optimal, coolest style, best day, you know, best optimal look. It's like in Mormonism when they say like when you die you'll be restored in your most peak form. And my peak form is definitely this haircut, like, and hopefully my hair continues to grow back. It's looking better every time I look at it, but like, you know, even if it stopped growing back right now, I'm fine even with this kind of like, not the best top corner, but I'm fine with it where it is though, because it did grow back. And I don't know where I got this impetus to get a better life. I just snapped one day in late July 2024 and I was like, I've had it. I can't live life as a guy. Like, this fucking sucks. I need to be comfortable and free and me and fucking and I also knew that like I'd be able to compete, you know, in this field way more than I could compete in the male field. And like, that's probably just because I'm trans though, you know, because there's men who are like, not men, but like AMAB guys, you know, AMAB people that are like shorter than me, like by a ton, but yet they lead very fulfilling masculine lives where they fill their roles and they do what they need to do and they like making gobs of money and that it's easy for them, like, you know, and I just don't have that dickheadness in me, like that butt-headed shit. Like, I just want everyone to get along and be happy and shit. And fucking goddamn, yeah, I'm for rainbows and he's for rocks, but like, you know, I'm just saying I'm not a competition-based person. Like, I think it's just because that's for my bulkiness too. Like, I like being lazy and smoking and drinking hella coffee and just kicking shit in and outside all day, you know. I just like that shit. I'd rather do that than like be sitting in the office or just out settling lands or something. Like, I'd rather just be in the cello making fucking rakia, roasting a pig or something. That shit's next to a river. Like, that's just my shit. And then I sit on the bench and in some shade and like or even just under a tree and like play accordion. That's how I want to go out. Hopefully one day Serbia will be like more pro LGBT to the point where I just feel safe going there by myself, and then just like maybe buy this like in the middle of a forest plot of land, and then just kind of like buy a Sam's Club house, stick it on there, and then just play accordion and roast pigs and drink rakias and fucking smoke it and vape it on a tree and shit. Like, that shit would be litty. Alright, this is a conclusion of a big ass, long ass Estrogen Epopee. Kind of went into a bunch of random shit, but I don't know, that's how I always do it. Alright, so later people. Peeps.